Hey beautiful tribe, how you doing? I'm in nature today, reflecting on how much abuse we were all inflicted upon us between 2020 and 2023. And I asked myself the question, have I truly healed from all that abuse? I mean, for most of us, we were all told you can't go to work, you can't see your friends, you can't see your loved ones, you can't go to the pub, the restaurant, you can't do the things you enjoy. You can't even see your loved ones in a care home, even if they're passing away. We were told you have to take a treatment, you have to take a test. And that treatment was even loomed over us like the sword of Damocles. It was on threat of taking it, else you lose your job. So many of us were gaslit by the press, the media, and some of us even our friends and family, because the military grade propaganda was so strong, most people were powerless against it. And I don't blame them. But it didn't make life any easier for ourselves. And for some of us, we had breakups, family, friends, relationships went under serious strain because we saw things through very different lenses. And that was quite traumatic. I mean, if you look up the 15 signs you're in an abusive relationship, then our relationship with the state was pretty much a perfect fit. It was all about control over your behavior, your freedom, your money, your ability to do anything, see friends, very manipulative. So if you have a narcissistic or psychopathic or that kind of relationship with someone, you would have recognized these signs. Particularly if you lived in a communist country, you would understand these signs. And for some of us, it was a really traumatic process. I mean, for some of us, lost friends and family. And for some of us in the latter years, we saw people go too soon, and we knew why. But to bring it up would have just meant more pain. So I asked myself today, have I truly healed from all of that trauma? Had I let it go and had I processed it? And the answer was probably not, because I can still feel emotions coming up today. So then I asked myself, well, how do we process all of that trauma and how do we heal from it? And I think the answer is to examine what emotions come up, give yourself space to look at them. And then also, if boundaries were overstepped, what decisions can I make that are better for my health, my mental health, and my freedom going forwards? So I ask you the same question. Have you truly healed from your abuse of 2020 to 2023? And have you processed them yet? Because ultimately, in order to move on and become totally free, especially in your awakening journey, I'm so conscious these days that freedom means everything to me. And the freedom to be able to earn, to travel, to make decisions about who I hang out with and how I exist in my family, my friends, relationships, the groups I belong to, and how I operate. Freedom's got to be central. And I'm just not willing to accept any of that going forwards. Now, for some of you, the ride was easier than others. You had autonomy anyway. And for others, maybe not. Especially like if you worked in civil service. That's pretty tough. Your existence would have been pretty constrained. So are you giving yourself space to heal? Are you allowing yourself the time to process what comes up? And have you made any decisions yourself about the boundaries and how you want to live your life going forwards? And I hope just this reflection from me helps prompt some of you. Take the time for your own benefit, because if you feel free, then your future's going to be better. But if you still feel somehow bogged down by all of that old abuse and you still feel you need to heal from it, then what steps can you take to help yourself? If you're thinking about unplugging from mainstream life and you want to slowly become unstoppable, then take my 14-day challenge. Have a look on my website, unplugged and unstoppable.com. click on the 14-day challenge, sign up for it, and I'll send you a free email every day for 14 days. And it will really help you process what's going on and get rid of the noise and all the BS that's going on in mainstream world today. It doesn't half help to unplug. So on that note, I'll leave you to it. Have a brilliant weekend, folks. Happy Friday. Much love.